What's up, gamers? Red Dragon here, and we are covering the latest news. So, is there a connection between violent video games and aggression? This, of course, is a topic that we talk a lot about, and there's always new studies that are coming out. So this time I've got two stories for you that are directly connected. They're looking at whether aggression is connected to violent video games versus non-violent video games. One of the studies coming out of Oxford, the other one coming out of Rochester, New York. So what they did was they took several different gamers, hundreds is what we're talking about, and so they had one group play a violent video game. They had them play Half-Life 2. The other group, they had them play a non-violent, modded version of Half-Life 2. So in this game, instead of shooting people with bullets and guns and killing people, you actually just marked them or tagged the enemies, and then the enemies would disappear. So it was like a non-violent way of getting rid of somebody. So what they found was it didn't matter whether people were playing the violent game or the non-violent game. There wasn't really any connection with the aggression. But what they did find was that the non-violent version of the game, they took some of those people and they explained to them what was going to happen in the game. They received a tutorial explaining to them, look, you mark somebody, they're going to disappear, you're going to score. The other group of people, they had them play the non-violent version, but they didn't explain to them that they were playing a modded version. And what they found was the aggressive people were playing the non-violent modded Half-Life version of the game, and it's because they didn't completely understand the game, they didn't completely grasp it or understand it or feel good about their capability in the game, and therefore they were the most aggressive. So what they found was it wasn't the violence in the game that caused aggression, it was poorly designed games. It was people not knowing what exactly is going on. So if they didn't have a tutorial, they were a little confused. That is what would cause aggression. There was also another study coming out of New York where they took a game like Tetris, and so they had some people, these were people playing using a controller. On one controller, you know, the controls were pretty basic, wasn't hard to understand. So the people played didn't have any problem. They had another group of people play the same game, but this time they changed the buttons and configuration around on the controller, and these are the people that saw the most aggression. So it didn't matter whether they were playing Tetris or shooting people. What happened was people who don't feel good about the way they're playing the game, or if they don't understand it completely, those are the people more likely to get pissed off. And of course, this makes perfect sense, and I've been saying it for a long time. Whenever it comes to anything in life, whether it's video games or not video games, whether you're putting a battery in your lawnmower or whether you're trying to figure out a problem on your computer, if you are interacting with something and it's not going according to plan, or you don't completely know what's going on, of course there is a chance that you will be aggressive or you'll get frustrated. Your blood pressure will rise. So this happens in life with anything that you interact with, and of course a video game is not going to be any different. But I did think this was pretty interesting because they didn't find any link between the violence whatsoever. It was simply more doing with the controls. So if you want to read more about it, links down in the description box. That does it for me, the Red Dragon. Stay tuned right here to this channel for your latest news and information. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.